Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Boy, it seems like HBO's boxing going out of business. It really put Gennady Golovkin in a bad spot. Now, Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, he made the proper adjustments, and he benefited from HBO pulling the plug on boxing. And that partially has something to do with him winning that rematch against Gennady Golovkin. But before we get deeper into that, let's go ahead and get into the news. So according to Bob Arum, who works with ESPN, he said, and I quote, ESPN decided at one point that Golovkin was not worth the trouble. He continues by saying there was a meeting held at ESPN offices. They determined they did not like Golovkin's attitude and they cut off negotiations. End quote. This is really interesting news, guys. I mean, the one thing this definitely tells us is now Golovkin is looking at PBC or he's looking at DAZN. Man, I know Gennady Golovkin is really missing HBO right now. Because when Gennady Golovkin was with HBO, he pretty much could fight whoever he wanted to. There was never any pressure of him having to fight dangerous, undefeated opponents. He pretty much got to do what he wanted to. If he wanted to fight Vanes Martirosyan, he could. But now with HBO gone, things are different. Because if he signs with PBC, they're going to try to make him fight against Jermall Charlo, who Golovkin doesn't want to fight. If he signs with DAZN, they're going to try to put him in there with fighters like Demetrius Andrade, who is the WBO champion, a belt that Gennady Golovkin had chased for about a year or two when BJ Saunders had that belt. Other options for Golovkin if he goes with DAZN is Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs. A third fight with Canelo and a rematch with Danny Jacobs. I told you guys before, if Gennady Golovkin were to go in there and dominate Canelo and Danny Jacobs without any controversy, that would do wonders for his legacy. But Gennady Golovkin, he had no interest in facing Danny Jacobs or Canelo Alvarez, surprisingly, for his next return fight. According to Golden Boy, they were trying to make a third fight. They were actually negotiating with Golovkin before they went to Danny Jacobs. And it was because Golovkin wasn't interested in fighting Canelo a third time. Team Canelo, they went with Danny Jacobs. Now, some people speculate maybe Golovkin turned the fight down because it was money issues, but I don't think it had anything to do with money. Because when Golovkin's team negotiated with Golden Boy in the past, we would hear Golden Boy and Gennady Golovkin's team talk about the money issues. They would say they want more money. Golden Boy would say something like he wants this amount and he's not worth that. They didn't say that this time. This time, Golden Boy just said we negotiated with him and he didn't want the fight. So we're going to move on. So far, you have ESPN that tried to negotiate with Gennady Golovkin and they walked away from Golovkin. You had Golden Boy trying to negotiate to make a third fight against Canelo. They walked away from Gennady Golovkin. Guys, Triple G is in a tough spot right now. He really is. I told you guys, he's going to have to fight a tough opponent within the next two fights. I'm sure he may get lucky and maybe he'll get a soft touch for his first fight back. But after that, if he signs with DAZN or PBC, they're going to throw him in there with a tough opponent. And that is something that Gennady Golovkin is avoiding or trying his best to avoid. But it's almost impossible to avoid at this point because no one is going to give Gennady Golovkin some big multi-million-dollar deal and have him fighting the Vanes Martirosyans, the Dominic Wades. They're going to put him in against good opponents. They're going to put him in fights that fans actually want to see. The crazy thing is you have Danny Jacobs, who has a belt, Canelo has a belt, Demetrius Andrade has a belt, and Gennady Golovkin is not clamoring for those fights. So Bob Arum didn't go into detail when he said that they felt Gennady Golovkin was just too much trouble. We don't know if that was just a money issue or if it was an opponent issue, which is very possible. But whatever the case is, that's just one less option for Gennady Golovkin. I think Golovkin understands that if he gets in the ring with Canelo again, there's a very good chance he could lose that fight. If he gets in the ring with Jermall Charlo, there's a very good chance he could get knocked out. If he gets in the ring with Demetrius Andrade, there's a very good chance he can lose that fight. I mean, even the Sergey Derenyevchenkos, the Selesky Majests, these opponents are going to be tough for Gennady Golovkin. And this is the reason why Gennady Golovkin has been so hesitant and indecisive when it comes to who he's going to sign with. If you guys recall, Eddie Hearn was just saying, what, a week or two ago, that they were real close, or at least there were reports and rumors that Golovkin was really close to signing a deal with DAZN. And all of a sudden we hear nothing. Now we're hearing ESPN rule him out. So, yeah, man, it'll be really interesting to see what Golovkin decides to do. Will he just surprise everyone and just retire? It wouldn't surprise me at all. Let's see what he decides to do. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Moving into the front door, or actually the second door. I wanted to show you guys the before and after. We already starting to change everything. We painted the walls. We just added these lights right here. We got a whole bunch of tile. We're gonna replace the tile. We're gonna have a wall right here. We're gonna have a wall. It's gonna go all the way this way, straight to the stairs for customers that are staying in Dante's hotel. I'm gonna show you guys the rooms. We still, like I said, everything we just working. This building has been vacant for a very, very long time. This area is gonna be the kitchen right here. We're gonna move these water tanks right here and put them out in the back. We're gonna have in the front, the plan is, in the front we're gonna have a counter. So right here, there's gonna be a counter that comes right here. It goes all the way right here. It's gonna be a little bar counter right here. That's why the lights are posted right above where the counter is going to be. We painted the top black. I'm not that crazy about, I wanted this to be more of a brown. It looked like it came out to be an orange, but I'm thinking about putting wood panel to match these doors right here. Put wood panel on the walls. So you guys give me an idea. Let me know what color you think this should be, or what color you like. And also let me know what the name of the hotel should be. So I'll show you guys some of the rooms. Once again, we're still working on everything right now, okay? They just started to paint the walls. So this is a work in progress. These are the rooms. We just put these, we had these little brick tiles put up. The bathroom, we're gonna completely remodel the bathroom. I already bought tile. I bought new tile for the bathroom. So they're gonna be working on that today. But the rooms are nice sizes. We're gonna really, really make this nice. So there is 6 rooms in total. Like I said, black up top. Yeah, 6 rooms total. Look like we done got most of that smell out of here. Yeah, it was a hell of a funky smell in here when we first came here. So I don't have to show you guys all the rooms, but it's 6 rooms in here, 3 floors. Everything should be ready to go in about a month. A month if we're lucky, 2 at the most. He didn't turn these, he still ain't worked on these lights yet, huh? He still haven't turned these lights on yet, huh? He kept telling me he didn't want to get, he said he didn't want to buy the lights for the hallway yet. He wanted to work on the lights for the front, for the restaurant area. All right, so we finally get to see how the lights look on. For the last 2 weeks, we didn't have any lights. Now we have lights. A great work in progress. So we still have a ways before the building is finished, but when you guys come out to Thailand, you can definitely stay at Dante's Hotel/Restaurant. Once again, we'll come up with a name eventually. But if you guys want to follow the development of my building and you want to see how it turns out, I'm going to be dropping a new channel, Dante's Travel Nation, coming real soon. Subscribe to it. I'll be keeping you guys updated on my business and chronicling my life out here in Thailand. I'll keep you guys posted and let you know when the channel drops. I'm on to the next one. Yep.
Take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improve footwork, timing, accuracy, every reflex, head movement, and striking technique. Train every time, everywhere with the Focus Ball.